A chance to look around and see all the sights and sounds that downtown Cleveland has to offer. We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Look at Orlando. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And when I look at Orlando, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Orlando, they've got Chris Middleton. West out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas.
The Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
Free throw dropped for David West.
Oh my God.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. But when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
And David West drops them both. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
They really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road, maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
Now here is Conley. Redick is in the corner. Three-pointer. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Cavaliers on D. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And a couple guys got hot early, and then it became contagious. You could see that everybody kind of pitched in when it came to shooting.
Exactly right, Greg. Normally there's a hot shooter. The defense can kind of lock into that guy and then let somebody else get some shots. But that wasn't even an option in that game because everybody was on fire.
And West now, top of the key. The shot is off, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
There's the bucket. Good. Middleton's got his first points in this one.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Conley. 9 points last game. Redick with the bucket.
And, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
And so here's Orlando. West a screen on Conley. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Aldridge. Redick dishes to Conley. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And, guys, one thing sometimes gets lost. Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
Leonard. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Yeah, it's really plain as pound cake. They're the better team. I mean, they'll look to prove it again here tonight.
And Orlando has possession. Following the score by Cleveland. It's West with the drive. Count the bucket. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Conley with it. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. It's Redick on the wing, defended by Middleton. The shot by Redick, no good.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's West. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. West has got 6 points. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside Conley. To the inside. Here's Pekovic. And the rejection by Valanciunas. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here is Conley. Aldridge a screen. Conley kicks to Aldridge. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
West outside. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Great D that time from Pekovic.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Pekovic. The 8-footer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Pekovic has got his first 2 points of the night. The Magic have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The pass to Middleton. Screened by Valanciunas. Covered by Conley. Middleton outside. Pass to Valanciunas. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Misses from close range. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Outside Conley. Here's Redick. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. They set the pick. Aldridge a screen. Conley the pass to Aldridge. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
First one falls for him. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
And Cleveland making a change here. Bogut's checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Monroe's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Gibson comes in for West, and the machine subbed in for Chris Middleton. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Rebounded by Bogut. Cavaliers leading. Redick dishes to Conley. Aldridge a screen. And it's Conley penetrating, and the shot is good.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and important.
Moment here to see the numbers for Aldridge. Averaging about 27 points per, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Mills, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Houdini's checked in for Orlando. The Magic trail by 3. Gibson the screen. Monroe right side. From the line, buries the jump shot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now here is Cephalosha. Redick up top. Screen by Bogut. Now here's Mills. Bogut kicks to Mills. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Monroe. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Houdini. Nobody near Leonard. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Bogut. Screen by Bogut. With some arc. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. The Magic have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Gibson the screen. Here's Houdini. He tries for 3. Rebounded by Bogut. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to the machine. There's the 3. Rebound Bogut.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Shots good by Mills.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Houdini. Another miss by Orlando. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta. The rebound by Gibson.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
The dish to Leonard. From the wing. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Inside. No good from Bogut.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And Mills kicks to Bogut. It's Redick on the wing. Screen by Bogut. Now here's Redick. D right on him. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Gibson with the steal. Here's Houdini. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Martin subbed in for J.J. Redick. Both shots good from the stripe.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And it's good. Martin's got his first basket of the night.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Sloan, covered by Mills. Lets it go from 11. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Now here is Martin. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Boy, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
Here's Sloan. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Johnson the screen. Here's McDermott. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Screen by Bogut. And here's Mills. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Aldridge, no one around him. It's good from long range. Aldridge has got 7. Here's Houdini. He's looking for Stoudemire and finds him.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans. There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. Kev, I think it's about where he's going, what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Conley out there with Martin. Then there's Dunleavy. Then it's Bogut. And it's Pekovic in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Sloan. Following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. Kicks to Middleton. Johnson left side. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here are the Magic now. Following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. Sloan passes to Stoudemire. Magic moving the ball around. Martin against Middleton. Clock at 6. The fadeaway. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Middleton's got his 3rd basket of the night. Outside Conley. Down low, Pekovic. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Going over some of the quickest players in the league, you think about Mike Conley and Clark. What sets him apart is that he's always under control, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he takes great care of the basketball, uses the change of speed and hesitation moves to get where he wants to go, and he's masterful in getting into the lane and finishes with both hands.
Now here's Conley. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. And that one's good. Pekovic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's McDermott following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. Johnson wide open. He fires. And the 3-ball is good. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Well, as we just get started in this season, let's take a look at where the Magic sit in the NBA stats. 1st in fewest turnovers a game, 9th in second chance points. And they also rank right there in the top 10 in fast break points. I mean, this is a really good transition team. They love to operate in the open court.
And, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Outside Conley. Here's Pekovic. And it's Orlando with the rebound. West has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Middleton outside. Covered by Conley. Lots of room. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Left side, Martin. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Now here's Conley. Now Dunleavy beyond the arc. Here's Bogut, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
It's blocked. The Magic trail by 8. Middleton outside. They set the screen. The 3 from Leonard. Pekovic with the rebound.
And Orlando's offense could struggle at times, and there were some low points last season. The big one happening when the Knicks set a record for the fewest points in an NBA quarter. Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Another miss by Orlando. The Cavaliers leading by 8. 3-on-3. Here's Dunleavy. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's West. He's got 6. Monroe down low. Covered by Bogut. West misses. I remember that game that Greg was talking about where the Magic and Knicks scored so few points. Remember combined, Clark, 15 points in a quarter for a new NBA low mark?
I do remember. I like to forget about that one, though, but the Magic get most of the blame there because they were at home and they only managed 7 points in that quarter.
The Magic trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Magic, 6 games out.
And right now for the Magic, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Here's Monroe. They get it again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
So it's Orlando now, down by 12. To the inside, Cephalosha with the steal. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. From down in the low post, it goes. Redick's got 7 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Another miss by Orlando. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Kings.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
And, Greg, sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way. And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency, shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low, even improved as a defender.
Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a switcher also for Orlando. The Machines checked in for Chris Middleton. Good on the second free throw. Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. Here's the Machine. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
You know, that's terrific offensive agility, footwork, and quickness there to get to the hoop.
The Cavaliers leading by 13.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And so here's Orlando. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. The rebound by Gibson. The Magic trail by 15.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed. And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's Conley, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Covered by Conley. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Number 16. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mills is checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Monroe. Second free throw, no good. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and, you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
And it's Aldridge missing. The Magic trail by 13 to the left wing. Outside Leonard. He kicks to Valanciunas. Now here's Leonard, covered by Cephalosha. 4 on the shot clock. Fades. Leonard, no luck.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Reddick's got 7 points for the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's the machine. Leonard with the screen on Aldridge. To the paint. Here's the machine. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Reddick's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And guys, I, for one, can relate to what Pekovic is going through. I mean, it's not easy as a big man to get those injuries to your legs. I mean, you're carrying a lot of weight and force around. I mean, let's hope Nikola finds a little more luck going forward as far as the injuries.
Now, here's Mills. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Misses the 3.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
1:09 left in the second quarter. Outside Aldridge. Got a piece of it. Pekovic attacking. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Pekovic has got 14 points.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Leonard dishes to Gibson. Back to Leonard. It's tipped. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Mills with it. Aldridge a screen. Now here's Mills. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
And Cleveland making a change here. Martin's checked in. The Magic trail by 16. Mills with the steal. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's Aldridge. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers lead by 16. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Nikola Pekovic taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points and 6 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3 ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
They're getting completely outworked on the glass. Giving up that many rebounds is how you dig yourself into a hole like this, Ernie. If they want to close the gap on the scoreboard, they got to close the gap on the boards. You like that, Ernie? If they want to close the gap on the scoreboard, they got to close the gap on the boards. Oh, I'm so good.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The Magic trail by 16. Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. West is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Chris Middleton. Picked by West. Down low. Here's Middleton. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Aldridge a screen. Pekovic with the screen for Conley to the inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in, yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
Taking 2 shots.
And back to Pekovic at the free throw line. Clark, he has consistently been around 75% for his career.
And Kevin, last season he got that number up to 84%. And he also gives you really good effort in the paint on both ends of the floor.
And so Pekovic nails both of them.
Thank you, Cleveland!
The Magic trail by 16. Down low. Deflects the pass. Outside Conley. Outside Aldridge. He feeds it to Redick. Pekovic with the screen for Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. And that one's drained from the low block. Aldridge has got 9.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Middleton on the wing. Screened by Valanciunas. Aldridge against West. There's a good screen. 3-pointer. That drops. He's got 7.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Aldridge. 9 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Redick. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. West outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. West has got 8 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And it's blocked by Conley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Middleton against Redick. Screened by Valanciunas. It's deflected. Cephalosha with the steal. And it's Conley penetrating. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. The Magic trail by 13. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Grown man power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Outside Conley. No good again that time.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Offensive rebound. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Valanciunas.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Covered by Redick to the paint. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
The first free throw is good.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
The Magic making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. And Bogut drops them both. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can, a rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Now here's Conley. Aldridge kicks to Dunleavy. Conley, the pass to Aldridge. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Magic trail by 11.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
And when you talk...
Time now to get a glimpse at where the Cavaliers are in the NBA rankings while it's still early in the season. First in three-point field goal percentage. Third in assists. And they're the third-ranked team in free throw percentage. A number of players on that team are very comfortable and capable at the foul line.
And you look at their incredible three-point percentage. I mean, it's not just about their accuracy, but their execution using screens. And creating those open looks, that's been key.
Here's Middleton. 10 points for him. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got 7 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Dunleavy. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Nice shot by Bogut. He's got 8.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Now here's Middleton. They trail by 11. Monroe down low. Aldridge is there. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 6 points for Greg Monroe.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Bogut, that's in there. Conley with the assist. That's 10 points for Bogut.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Dishes to Middleton from downtown. Cavaliers with the rebound. Cephalosha's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dunleavy kicks to Conley. Cephalosha passes to Aldridge. No good from Bogut.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now here's West. 8 points for him. Johnson dishes to West. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it from 10. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Cephalosha's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Aldridge a screen. And it's Conley penetrating. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Conley. That's good. Conley's got 9.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Houdini passes to West. To the paint. Cephalosha with the steal. Outside Conley. Here's Dunleavy. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a moment here to see the numbers for David West. Averaging 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
Looking at the game Aldridge has been having, he has 12 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Martin comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Mills in for Mike Conley. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Sloan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stoudemire, the screen. And Sloan kicks to McDermott. Gibson dishes to Middleton. And the shot no good, a bit short. Cleveland leading by 15. There's the feed to Mills. Screen by Bogut. And here's Mills. Martin wide open. He fires. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Sloan, covered by Martin. Here's Gibson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. That's good. And 12 points for Andrew Bogut.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys.
Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. In third, the Cavaliers.
You know, a team that shares the ball freely will create opportunities for the right player to score more times than not. They don't have to force it. Everybody recognizes that if they move and get open, the ball will find them.
The Magic trail by 15. Here's Sloan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Feeds to McDermott. Shoots the three. Cannot hit. And Cleveland the other way now. They led by as many as 18 points. Mills passes to Aldridge. Dunleavy kicks to Martin. And he uses the glass on the layup. Martin's got 6.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Here's Sloan. Inside. And he can't jam it through. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Screened by Bogut. Now Mills. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, that's good. He's got 7.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And Orlando has possession. After the Cavaliers pick up 3, plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 13 points for Chris Middleton.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Dunleavy. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. The Magic trail by 17. Stoudemire, the screen. Sloan dishes to Middleton. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the wide. It could be a three-point play.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Cleveland. Reddick comes in for Dunleavy. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Here's Gibson following the score by Cleveland. Stoudemire, the screen. Stoudemire with a screen on Aldridge. To the inside. And the jam by Stoudemire.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Sloan, covered by Martin. Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Sloan. There's the pass to McDermott.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops from McDermott.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Mills. 7 points in the game. Outside, Martin. Inside. Here's Pekovic. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Hills with it. To the paint. Here's Pekovic. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Now here's Leonard. He's got 9. Screened by Valanciunas. The Magic again can't hit. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers on top, leading by 14. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Cleveland leading by 14. They've got Nikola Pekovic. Conley out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Aldridge in at the power forwards position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Passes it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And Valanciunas penetrating. Here's West, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Redick passes to Sefolosha. Great D that time from Leonard.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. A huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Now here is Aldridge. And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Andrew Bogut checked in for the Cavaliers. Houdini's checked in for the Magic. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Pass to Houdini. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. And here is Conley. It's Redick on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. It's rebounded by West. West has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Valanciunas, and he gets it to go.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. Apparently neither did the defenders.
And Redick kicks to Pekovic. They set the pick. Pass to Conley. Screen by Bogut. Conley dishes to Bogut. Bogut sets a screen for Redick. Sefolosha with it. Leonard picks him up. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Not good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Now here's Leonard. Screened by Valanciunas. Leonard attacking. Another miss by Leonard.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
West at the elbow. Orlando needs to get off a shot. That's good. And it's 13 points for Leonard. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to Cephalosha. Pekovic with a screen. And the wide open shot from Redick. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Redick's got 4 points in the quarter. The Magic trail by 12. Outside Leonard. The dish to Valanciunas. Leonard on the wing. Pick by West. 5 on the clock. Jumper off the screen. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 10 points for David West.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Pekovic. Kicks to Cephalosha. He feeds it to Conley. Pekovic with a screen. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Magic trail by 10. Dishes to Middleton. West a screen on Conley. 5 to shoot. Leonard, that's for 2. And Orlando again with the bucket.
He's been ready to do work in the fourth quarter.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Conley. Screened by Bogut. Pekovic with the screen for Conley. To the middle. And it's Pekovic missing. For Orlando, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And he gets it to go. And 12 points for David West.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Here's Conley after David West's bucket. The shot by Redick, no good.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
And Conley drops them both.
They haven't been effective against Conley. He has 11 points and 10 assists also. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
Now here's West. And stolen by Redick. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Redick's got the ball. Leonard with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Lets the three fly. Kept alive Orlando. West. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. Here's Conley. Begovic with a screen. He kicks it to Begovic. Conley left side. Just 4 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. The Magic trail by 4. Middleton outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's Monroe, high post. Covered by Conley, picked by West. Layup off the pick. And he lays it up and in. And now just a 2-point Cavalier lead. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Conley dishes to Bogut. Now here is Cephalosha. He's covered by Leonard. A nice shot by Aldridge.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
The feed now to Monroe. There's a good screen. Middleton outside. Screen by Monroe. Here's Leonard. The shot is off. Nice D from Bogut. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Outside Conley. Out to the right wing. Cephalosha kicks to Redick. Bogut with a screen on Leonard. Leonard brings the double team. Bogut, that's good.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside Leonard. He dishes it to Middleton. Screen by Monroe. Outside Leonard. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Leonard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Conley the pass to Redick. Aldridge left side. From 17 feet out, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
The Magic trail by 7. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Magic. Covered by Conley. Back to Leonard, the 15-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Aldridge a screen. Conley kicks to Aldridge. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. The Magic trail by 7. Screen by Valanciunas. West against Bogut. Down low, 6 to shoot. No good from Valanciunas.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Colin.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Nice game. Great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Andrew Bogut. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Now Conley. Feeds to Aldridge. There's a screen. And the pass to Cephalosha. 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist from Cephalosha. And now an 11-point Cavalier lead. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to West. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Magic.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Nikola Pekovic. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
At the line for Cavaliers, David West. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10. And he is unable to get the second one. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Mike, when you take a look at how this team's been playing over the last several games, are you happy with the way things are gelling?
Yeah, you know, I think we're playing very well. I think we're finally getting the chemistry that we want, and everybody's just playing hard right now.
All good things contributing to victories, Mike. We appreciate it. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Pekovic. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Well, his ability to get into the paint and get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
Big man Pekovic looms large in this ball game. I really like the way he polished his skills over the last couple of years. He's got soft hands and slick footwork. And just because he's so polished doesn't mean he's not tough. Pekovic's screen is a real hard screen.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.